I mean, we can end poverty in America. We can end hunger in America. This is something that is doable. Secondly, I do think that we need to set goals and benchmarks. I mean, otherwise, how do you know whether you're making any progress? And I do think you need to set goals to hold people accountable, whether it's the business community, whether it's elected officials, whether it's the faith-based community. You know, this was the goal, this was your assignment. Here we've reached a benchmark. Did you do what you're supposed to do? If you didn't, then why not? If you didn't, then we don't want you back in as our congressperson. We want somebody different, or we don't want you to lead our group.
He keeps looking for an opponent.
No, I don't. I know. But I think part of the problem in this discussion and some of the poll results that I was looking at, there are some people out there who believe that, you know, they kind of throw their hands up and say, oh, this is such an overwhelming problem, we can't do anything, or they're skeptical the government can do anything. They're skeptical the business wants to do anything about it. I mean, here's the way. Put everybody to the test. Hold them accountable. I mean, this is an important issue, which polling results show that it is to a lot of people. You know, let's get specific about it. Let's set benchmarks.
But I just think that we've got to figure out where we want these people to be 5 years. In a lot of cases, it's 5 minutes, and I understand, or it's that day that you're looking to resolve. But I think we got to look. Government's got to change the outlook on this a bit, because all we focus on is at the moment. And at the moment is obviously you want to meet that need with an answer. But I just think you got to be willing to look at this a little further down the road. I mean, I'm given incentives at my company to invest and save, and I generally take advantage of them. And more people should. I was at a summit the other day, and they were comparing black and white workers that Schwab and a company out of Chicago managed a mutual fund called Ariel Capital. And they were comparing what happens when a similarly situated male who's black and a similarly situated black and white males at work. The amount of savings after 7 years, it is unbelievable how less the African-American male saves who's head of a household. Now, instead of getting into all of there's a lot that I'm not educated enough to figure out why, but I do know this, that if we help explain to people, if you put this away, this will be there when, in 4 or 5 years, and it'll be more there. This group in Chicago, this mutual fund, has started a financial academy where they actually teach kids how to trade stocks and bonds. And these kids, most of them darker than you and I, are as knowledgeable, at least they sound as knowledgeable, as some of the guys that I meet and see and work with on Wall Street in terms of understanding the terminology. So I just think we've got to figure out how we deal with this generationally at a young age with these kids. In the immediate term, I agree with you, where it's hard, we've got to figure out how government organizes better, because I just don't think spending $300–400 billion a year to do what the results we're getting is really what we want. And 3, how do we take long-term people who are in their 20s and 30s, who are paycheck away, who are health care woe away, from having a challenge to understand you're going to be rewarded if you begin to save more, if you begin to put more away.